Alrighty. So moving along, I'm going to start over with number 5. So number 5, sorry about that. Number 5, we got cut off. The Fool reversed with the 9 of Cups, as stated in the previous live. If you were there, you essentially check off all of the boxes that this person wants when it comes to the kind of partner that they actually desire. Unfortunately, it seems like this is somebody who feels like you require some level of change from them, or you require some level of them coming out of their comfort zone. And I don't think that they're always ready for that. So you check off everything that this person could want in another individual, but it's the change that they fear. It's the certain expectation that they're afraid of. Sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry. All right. And then, let me see. The Hangman and the High Priest, this person and the High Priestess. This is somebody who feels like you're incredibly desirable. You're like the desirable woman. You are somebody who's very intuitive. You have great potential. This is somebody who also feels like you have great perspective, or you're somebody who's very empathic and compassionate, somebody who sees through things. Even when you don't say it, this person feels like your intuition is very piercing. And I think that's also intimidating to him as well. All right. Thank you, number 5. Number 6. Okay. All right. So I like this question, number 6. Let's see. Let's see his character. Let's see this person's character. The Ace of Wands could have a very fiery personality, somebody who's very motivated, inspiring. This is likely somebody who's going to get you off your ass and maybe go to the gym or get things done. Somebody who's very exciting to be around, very sexual as well. I feel like very masculine. But I don't feel like they trust easily with that Queen of Cups reversed. This is not a very trusting person. I don't think they're a bad person. I just think that they've been through some things that makes them not trust very easily, which isn't always a bad thing. The Moon, yeah. I think that they're very intuitive. I have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio vibes, very watery, but at the same time, I feel like this is somebody who's also very motivated by their trust issues, okay? Like they base probably a lot of their decisions around their own fears, or around what their intuition is telling them, around their distrust for humanity or for people in general, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. But I don't think it's all bad. I think this is likely a very creative person. Somebody who generally trusts themselves, not always others. What is the job? What is this person's job that they have when number 6 meets them? The 8 of Cups. This can be somebody who's like a grief counselor, or somebody who helps people transition from one place to another. Like, what's the best way I can explain this? So like a hospice nurse, or, men are nurses too. Somebody who helps a person transition from here to there. Can I get one more on that? The Ace of Pentacles. Can be something in the financial or business realm. You know what? When I was doing my tarot course, I created a little cheat sheet and for careers and stuff like that. And I'm going to look here. Okay. So again, it can be something in regards to money, like it can be like accounting. Somebody who helps one person transition from one home to another. There's something about a financial or business transition, health transition, something like that, to get from here to here. That's what I got. I hope that makes sense. Like it can even be a like divorce lawyer, to help people walk away and start brand new. It's something like that. Does number 6 already know who this person is? Has she already met this person? This is somebody that is in the public eye, but it doesn't feel like there's a direct connection, but you may know of them. They seem to have some level of popularity or something like that, or you've heard of them, or when you meet them, you're gonna be like, oh, I've heard of you. Like, in a very dramatic way, this can be somebody who's like famous, or a social media influencer. Maybe they read tarot on YouTube or whatever. Oh my God, I'm a fucking idiot. This is 6 of Pentacles, not 6 of Wands. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Okay, so then my answer would unfortunately have to change. It's still positive though. The 6 of Pentacles, I would say yes. I feel like this is somebody who is likely very generous, very money influenced. They may be very generous with their time, their money, their energy, their emotional support. But I feel like this person is a giver. Like this is somebody who's likely a giver. It doesn't feel super intimate. It feels transactional. Like, I don't know, maybe, you sold this person your house or like something, right? I'm not saying that's what it is. Sorry, I don't know why I freaking thought that was the 6 of Wands. I feel like, sorry, these are Harry Potter cards, and so I'm still getting used to the deck. Please don't be mad at me. All right, let's see here. Let me put this over here. The strength card for when you'll likely build a relationship with this person, it's going to be during a Leo season. So late July to late August is likely when you're going to meet this person. So, maybe when Jupiter moves into Leo next year is probably when you're going to meet this person, maybe. Like something big like that. What will number 6 be doing in her life during this time so she knows? Okay, Knight of Pentacles. You'll be working on a project, working on your money, taking action towards your physical health. Maybe you're going to the gym, but it's very, like, you're being very slow and methodical with what it is that you're putting effort into. It's some kind of work thing. Give me more. Wow, the 10 of Swords. You're going to be going through some kind of work transition with that Knight of Pentacles and that 10 of Swords. Like something about your work or your health is evolving or is getting ready to change. Give me one more. Yeah, the 3 of Pentacles reverse. Something in regards to your work is getting ready to change. It feels like you're either going at it alone with work, or you're having issues with coworkers, or a project that you were initially going to work on with someone, you're not doing that anymore. It's like some kind, and I'm not going to lie, like it feels like kind of an intense transformation and transition. Maybe because this person helps people transition, maybe this is somebody who's helping you transition from one job to another or something like that, since that's kind of their job. Very interesting. Can I get advice for her about this? The Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. It's telling you to focus on your finances and your level of independence, learning something new, taking action towards treating yourself better, to actually treating yourself. Things like this is going to lead you to this person, in my opinion. Like, you need to be so self-serving. I'm not saying self-serving in a bad way, okay? That doesn't mean that you tell your kids to fuck off and, you know, nobody ever gets to have access to you again because you're so self-serving. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, your focus needs to be so heavy on you and your physical appearance and your money and your health and things like this. Like, so focused that you don't really have a lot of time for other things. Does that make sense? Because it's saying something about you building some level of independence in your life is probably going to lead you to this person. The South Node is your advice about what? Dreamweaver, dreaming and imagining, bringing your powerful vision into reality. So what is stopping you from living your best life? Or what is stopping you from living some kind of dream, you know? Is it some kind of habit? Is it an addiction? Is it the people that you associate with? Is it a crappy job? Not telling you to quit your job, you know, but there is something that you're destined for and something that you want, but you're having to let go or sacrifice something else in order to have it. Okay. All right. Thank you, number 6. Oh, times 2, huh? All right, number 7. What domain? Okay, what domain should I focus on? Okay, show me the domain. Okay. The Two of Swords, the Nine of Swords. This can be something like mediation, counseling, something to do where you're really using your mentality or your mind to be able to create some kind of peace in a situation. Because the Nine of Swords tells me that it's around some kind of mental health or worry or anxiety, something like that. And the Two of Swords is around that level of finding some middle ground or finding some kind of peace in a situation. Let me look at I closed out of my thing. I made it on freaking Canva. Where is it? Here we go. Found it. Let me go back here. So diplomat, legal affairs, conflict resolutions, like I said, can be anything around science or, again, a mediator, like I said, or some kind of even HR manager, something like that could be really good for you. The Nine of Swords, again, like I said, it can be some kind of mental health work, you know, or some kind of author even, but it would be like writing around some kind of gothic novels or maybe dark poetry or something like that, right? Like I said, don't quit your day job, right? But it can be something around that. It can be like some kind of crisis counselor, something like that, okay? So I don't know if that's applicable to you or if that's something that you're even mildly interested in, but that's what those careers can mean. As far as what's coming towards you with your current job, Seven of Cups reversed. You're going to be forced to make a choice based on some kind of reality check that you're getting. Okay. Page of Swords. I feel like you're going to get some kind of tip that's going to open up your mind in regards to where something can go. Seven of Wands. I don't think that this is bad at all. It feels like you're getting a reality check about a situation, which I don't think is bad. I think you may be giving the reality check in a work situation which is causing you to open up your mind to new possibilities for like positions that you want or something like that. Because that 7 of Wands is there, which is telling me that you may end up hitting some kind of level of success here, but then it's going to be difficult to actually maintain it, but you're going to be able to maintain it. So for instance, this can be like, you know what, I'm just going to say fuck it and I'm going to go for this promotion, or I'm going to go for this position, or I'm going to ask for this raise. And to be honest with you, you might just get it, but it's going to come with some kind of new level of responsibility that's going to require you to open up your mind and learn a little bit more about what it is that you're doing or the new responsibilities at hand. So to me, that looks good. Okay. Give me one more for that. The Death card. What is that? 5 of Wands. Ooh, I feel like, I'm not going to lie, baby. I feel like you're going to have some haters here at work pretty soon, if you don't already, because it feels like you're dethroning someone. Okay. Or something like that. Like some big change is coming and it's going to feel very conflicting. It's going to maybe bring a little bit of drama, to be honest. I need some advice about this current job. The King of Swords reversed and the King of Cups. This is asking you to keep your mouth shut, okay? Maybe asking you like to not to say everything that you're thinking all the time, to be very emotionally mature and handle yourself well when it comes to a specific situation. It can also be saying that you may need to be prepared to be gaslit by a superior or by some kind of masculine figure around you, and you're going to need to maintain some level of emotional maturity. Like what I'm getting with this is being able to control your emotions in a situation. Jupiter. I'm getting like expand your horizons with something. Seek clarity, embrace openness and insight, allowing life's truths to reveal themselves. Well, I already said, like, I think you may be a little open-minded to exploring your options when it comes to work, or maybe even new positions in regards to the work that you already have. But it's asking you to be very honest with yourself about something. And who says that you can't do X, Y, Z? Or who says that you can't grow more in the career that you're already in? Who says that you can't expand outside of the career that you're in now? So I feel like you're needing to be a little bit optimistic. I feel like a little bit of optimism is going to go a long way with whatever this situation is. Have the confidence. All right. Thank you, darling. All righty. What's up, Birdie? What's up, Sunrise? Sorry. There you go. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see that. Kenneth. All righty. All right. Number 8. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I'm reading this thoroughly. So I'm kind of reading it over again. Okay, so you must live in that other state. Okay. Let me see his true motivation for reaching out. Ooh, 7 of Swords, deception. Oh, he was hiding something. Strategizing. What is the intent here? The Ace of Cups. He wanted an opportunity, but he was trying to be strategic about it. But it also feels like he was trying to get away with something at the same time. The Devil. I feel like he definitely wanted sex. Okay, I'm not even going to lie to you. And I think he wanted to keep you attached. What does he genuinely want from her? Comfort. I think sometimes he's a I want what I can't have kind of person. He may always be the type who thinks like the grass is always greener on the other side, and then he's never really grateful for what he has. And so, like, if you're somebody who's rejected him before, I feel like he always wants the thing that he can't have, or he always wants the thing that rejects him. But it feels like tell me about that 7 of Swords. The 8 of Pentacles reverse. Same day, different shit. Like, there was no real effort. There was no real intent to put in a genuine effort or meeting some kind of standard. He may have been trying to avoid ruining his reputation with you by avoiding certain truths or avoiding certain conversations or something like that. But again, it was like he was trying to avoid some kind of effort and still be able to get what he wants without some kind of truth being offered or without some kind of standard being met, something like that. Why did he disclose that he was in Florida? The 2 of Cups? Because he wanted some kind of connection with that 2 of Cups. So he felt like telling you that would somehow get you to connect because he wanted love. But I also think that there was more to that. What the fuck is that Devil? The 10 of Wands. It's like he wants sex and he wants this tie without the responsibility. That's what it makes me feel like. Something like that. I don't like that. What is the outcome of the situation? The Hermit. I feel like you're going to withdraw. But nothing is really moving forward. We're not really moving on. Yeah, 8 of Swords. We're still stuck on this. You guys are both still kind of stuck in limbo here. But it's like not talking or going within or hiding out from one another or like something like that. But nothing's actually moving forward. But honestly, there's a way out of this, but both of you or one of you is like thinking that there's not. It's literally like taking a key, locking yourself in prison and then putting it in your pocket and acting like you don't know how to get out of it, right? And I don't say that to be apathetic to your situation, but that's kind of what the 8 of Swords is. So whether that's you, him, or the both of you, it's kind of that vibe. I need advice for her for this. I would definitely think long and hard with that Page of Cups and that Two of Wands reverse. I would definitely think long and hard before giving yourself to this person. You know, is there an actual plan in place here? Or are we just fucking off, right? Are we just playing around here? Like, what is this? So I don't think you should come out of your comfort zone if there's no reason for you to do so. I don't think that you should need to offer some level of vulnerability if yeah, yin. Fall back, you know what I mean? Fall back into your feminine energy. You know, it's like that vibe. Soul whispers, look beyond the words and hear what is really being said now. So it's like saying read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you already know what's up. I mean, you're a Scorpio, baby. You know what I mean? Pluto's trying to help you out. Your Pluto spidey senses. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. Good luck, by the way, of course. All right, number 9. Okay. All right, so number 9. First, let's look at the number 1 question about the cord cutting and what you can expect from that. 10 of Cups. The Emperor. Wow. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this may end up making room in your life for something else. So sometimes we must first subtract in order to bring something else in, right? So for instance, if I just keep going to the grocery store, but I'm not cooking any of my food or throwing any of it out, well, I'm just going to have a bunch of rotten food in here and I can't really put some more eggs in here or anything, right? So I'm needing to clean it out. And I feel like that's kind of what this is doing. It's almost like a cleaning fridge moment. Okay, that's a really bad analogy. But that 10 of Cups and that Emperor makes me feel like this is going to bring someone into your life that is very self-assured, somebody who is quite a leader, somebody who will bring you some level of emotional fulfillment, and they. So I think that's what, I think you're making room for something else, but you don't realize that you are. How is it going to affect the friend? The World. It's going to close it out in a more peaceful way. It's going to teach this person something. Queen of Wands. This person is also going to become more of a leader and more self-assured, because I feel like the cord cutting is giving them the space to become more confident or to become more mature, achieve something about some kind of leader that they're supposed to become, or just something around confidence. Okay. But this to me is making room for you and for some other kind of relationship in your life. Okay. So as far as number 2 and regarding P and what you should know regarding this person, let me see. How will this person treat my number 9 here? The Empress reversed. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like they're not really giving you what you're worth. You're likely going to feel challenged through your own self-worth and self-value. Okay. Okay. So it's giving me a good and a bad mix. All right. The Empress reversed, the Justice, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Judgment reversed. If you do feel this coming year like you are being treated poorly in some kind of way, you will get justice in the situation. Karma will come, and I don't say that lightly, and I don't even really use that kind of terminology. But the Justice with the Wheel of Fortune, that's karma. What goes up must come down, etc. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is going to take full accountability. How is this person going to react to this? Yeah, the Queen of Swords reversed. It feels like this person is really in their head, really in their emotions, not able to create logical thoughts or not able to create constructive conversations between you and them. It feels like you'll get some kind of leverage in the situation, especially if this person is like taking advantage of you or made you feel bad for whatever reason or whatever. And it's going to force them to look at themselves, but I don't really see them doing that, in my opinion. What should number 9 do about this person? The Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. I would chalk this up to a loss. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I would kind of chalk it up to a loss. I think that there's someone out here for you that is absolutely worth your time, somebody that suits you very, very well, but it's just about overcoming some kind of hump, because you may have had some kind of idea in your head about what this should look like, but because it's not really turning out like that, like you'll definitely get justice in a situation, like don't get me wrong, but it doesn't mean that this person is going to accept accountability, okay? But you will get justice in a situation that will turn out in your favor. Doesn't mean it's going to feel good to the other person though. And this person may deny or not want to look at it or ignore it, right? Push it under the rug or whatever. You have house 9. It can be some kind of legal issue down the road. Take precautions, remain vigilant and receptive, learning from each revelation as you navigate life's journey. Don't get too lost in the big picture. I would pay attention to the details on this one. I only say that because house 9 is reversed. So don't think about like, oh, we're going to be this and we're going to be that and whatever. There's a time and a place for that. But for right now, you need to really listen to what is being said. You really need to observe. Okay. But focus on your stability and your money and things like that. The things you can control to a point, obviously. All right. Thank you, number 9. All right. Let me... Sounds good, Sunrise. Thank you. What's up, Eric? Erica? Okay. All right. Number 10. Thanks. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Six of Pentacles reverse and the Devil reverse. If I'm going to be honest, if you have like any issues around spending or you have any issues around your own self-worth or self-value, or you've been selling yourself short or your prices are too low or something, I think that you're going to detach from some level of fear that is correlated with that specifically. Okay. So for instance, if you have a website, right, and you're offering services, you may have realized that you've been kind of lowballing yourself, but you may have some kind of fear around your own self-worth or your own self-value, and you're detaching from that. And you're like, you know what, I am worth this, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be that, but it's something like that. The Four of Wands reverse with the Hierophant. If you feel like some kind of relationship has been a little weird or a little off kilter, or even a home situation, a living situation, I think things are likely going to stabilize pretty soon. So for instance, if maybe you've been wanting to move, but you're afraid or something like that, I think that you'll find that you'll be able to do it. Or You know, you'll be able to maybe have a roommate situation, or if there's like a relationship situation that's been a little off kilter or weird, I think that things are going to pan out and maybe reach some kind of higher level of commitment, in my opinion. It may feel a little wah, wah, you know, because it can feel a little slow, or it can feel like things are taking a little while to get off the ground, but I do feel like they stabilize in a healthy way. Thank you, number 10. Number 11. Okay. What is the outcome with this person in number 11? The Justice. Okay. The Death reversed. Something needs to change, but it's not really changing. The Justice is here, which is telling me that there's a decision that's being made. This is an unbiased decision. What is the decision? The Fool. I feel like you guys are going to have to start brand new in some kind of way. What is the change that needs to happen or whatever? The Six of Cups. Somebody may need to grow up. Okay, if I'm going to be honest with you, it can be that somebody is needing to grow up, or they're needing to let go of a past person, or let go of some old way of thinking that doesn't really suit their adult life or their adult narrative anymore. And so a decision is going to be made potentially to a higher level of commitment. But it's going to require, again, it's going to require change. It's going to require a lighter load. It's going to require that we're not bringing past baggage into the current dynamic. Because I feel like that's kind of what's happening. What are his actions towards her? The Moon. The Sun reversed. I feel like he's very based in his ego sometimes. It doesn't mean he's a bad person, but I think that he has a lot of fears with that Moon there. And people who are very egoic usually are very fear-based people. And it feels like that's kind of what's going on. He could be being a little elusive, kind of keeping you in the dark, especially when the Sun is reversed. In combination with the Moon, it's like somebody who's kind of keeping you at bay, or kind of keeping you in the dark about things because of some level of fear, because of his ego. What is her advice for this? Cancer, be very protective of your emotions. Stop and reflect, pause in your journey to appreciate how far you've come and where you've headed. I feel like you need to pat yourself on the back a little bit, because you may have done a lot of work. You maybe have been through a lot of things that, you know, made you better, you know, made you stronger. I know we don't always want that or ask for that, but it does happen. And so I feel like you're needing to protect that. Okay. Thank you, number 11. Good luck. Number 12. Okay, let's see. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. Could be a Venus in Virgo or a Pisces here. Okay. This is somebody who's very independent. They probably look really good, and I think it's because they take care of themselves. This is somebody who is the type of person who's going to want you but not need you. And I think this person has great perspective. I think they have great humility. I think this person is attractive. I think you're going to find them attractive. And I think that they're, you know, I don't think that they're rich by any means, but I think that they are financially well off. Like they're set, like they're good. They're good on their own. They don't need anybody to pay their bills, or they don't need to, you know, split the mortgage with someone or whatever it is. Like this person is pretty sturdy. And I think that this person is also very humble about it, which I think is going to be an attractive trait to you. So I got Virgo and Pisces there for you. Thanks a lot, number 12. Number 13. Okay, how this current work situation is going to unfold. Let's see. The Ace of Wands reverse, you can kind of feel like you're getting the runaround a little bit, if I'm going to be honest with you. Ace of Wands reverse and the Seven of Wands reverse can have you feeling a little unmotivated to continue to compete in a situation or go for a job. You can feel like people are a little intimidating, or maybe there's a position that you want that feels a little intimidating. If I'm going to be honest with you, it feels like you're not really inspired. I hate to say that. It feels like you're not really inspired. You're kind of like losing the passion a little bit, or can we get some advice for that? The Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. This is not about like competing or you know, trying to climb up the ladder with some kind of great gravitas, or, you know, like you have to shine above everybody else. And I don't think that you're thinking that, okay? But the Queen of Pentacles is about putting one foot in front of the other, putting one foot in front of the other, understanding that something is going to take time. Hard, you know, Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. Hard work, methodical steps, slow and steady ambition, and a lot of fucking patience, because I think you're going to need it specifically with this career or with this work situation. So needing to remain sovereign and stable in your energy, and not give to situations or engage in situations that are going to drain your energy, drain your finances, because I feel like with that Ace of Wands reverse, you're already kind of losing steam a little bit. Okay. Or you may lose steam, but you're going to get there. It's just going to take a while. Like, you're going to get to a position that you want. It's just going to be a while. Thank you, number 13. Number 14. Okay, let's see how this is going to go for you. The Star reversed. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. What does that sound? I feel like you might end up getting a little bit bored, but I think a lot of it has to do with kind of what you said, wondering if it's too difficult. I think you're going to feel a little faithless, like, oh, I don't think that this is really going to happen. I think it's really all about the mentality that you walk in with, if I'm going to be honest with you. What's the advice for that? Yeah, it's all, yeah, King of Wands, Nine of Wands reverse. If you already come in with that, like, and I'm not saying that you are, but if you already come in with like a defeatist attitude, or being like, oh, I'm not good enough, or things like that, you're not going to be. That's just it. It's asking you to come in like the King of Wands, which is very confident, ready, having fun with it. Try to have fun with it if you can. I know that's easier said than done, but it's asking you to have a little bit of fun with it. The King of Wands is Leo energy. Leo can sometimes represent our inner child. It's the sun, right? It's the fifth house. It's finding enjoyment in things. And so I feel like if you just try to go into this without like a certain expectation, or like set standard for yourself, you know, oh, I have to be this good, or I have to da-da-da, you're going to be able to learn better than you would if you were to put yourself in some kind of box. Does that make sense? So I'm going to pull Oracle, because you asked those. Oh, well, no, you didn't. But now that I said that, I'm going to have to. Yeah, I feel like go for it with that yang energy. Web of connection. Weave your connections thoughtfully, creating a supportive web that uplifts your personal and professional journeys. So go for it. And I think the biggest thing that you're going to enjoy here is potentially making connections, or that's something that you're needing to focus on for some reason or another. Thank you, number 14. Number 15. Okay. All right, let's see how this relationship is for him. The World reverse. The Page of Pentacles reverse. I think he's bored. I think he's still thinking about you with that World reverse. I think I don't think he's mature enough for this, if I'm going to be honest with you. And again, I think he's bored. I don't think he's putting in an effort like he should. And I think he's still hung up on the past. It makes me feel like it's you. So no, I don't think he is. I think he's bored. Then we have number 16. Okay. Okay, first let's see this person's feelings for you. The Seven of Wands reverse. This person feels a bit intimidated. They're having a hard time maintaining the connection, but it feels like it's coming from intimidation or feeling very defensive. Ooh, Page of Wands reverse. A little immature. Is this person younger than you, or just less mature, maybe? Because that Seven of Wands reverse, Page of Wands reverse, it's like this person, I think that they feel like you, excuse my terminology, but outrank them in some way. Like, I don't know if it's in looks, or if they feel like it's in education, or I don't know, whatever. But there's an intimidation here. The Two of Wands, they're trying to decide what to do about you. They also realize that they're going to have to come out of their comfort zone for something to happen. They're making some kind of plan. What is that? The Page of Swords reverse. They don't fucking know. These two pages reversed are very immature. I'm not trying to call your person immature, but two pages reversed is a very immature person. Like, I don't think that they're emotionally mature, and I say emotionally because this is their feelings. Like, this is somebody who is a bit closed-minded in regards to things. I also think that this is somebody who tends to put their foot in their mouth quite a bit. What is this person's next actions towards my number 16 here? The King of Pentacles, that's really good. Okay. The Page of, okay, or I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups, that's good. The Tower reversed. What's the Tower reversed? The Ten of Wands reversed. This person still needs to focus on changing something. There's a level of responsibility that they're still needing to take. So it's like they're showing up in their higher vibration, I would say, because the King of Pentacles is Taurus. So they're showing up as generous, as wanting to be very committed, a little romantic, you know, maybe buying you flowers, rubbing your back, writing you poetry, whatever it is. But there's, because I don't think that they want to let go of you, but there's still some level of responsibility that they need to take in order to evolve, so that the connection can evolve, so that they can evolve. Not in that order. What's coming up for her? What is the outcome of this within the next 6 months? The Emperor. Wow. The Ten of Cups reversed. The Magician reversed. Well, some good and some bad news here. It's going to kind of feel like pulling teeth. You're trying to have this very emotionally stable relationship with this person, but there's a lot of doubts. Things aren't really manifesting in reality. And I think it's because this person actually is evolving, but that Emperor is quite detached. Not detached because they want to be per se, but detached because they have a lot of things that they're needing to do. So for instance, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is you, right? But a lot of us women, we may want a very wealthy man until we get a wealthy man, realizing that they don't always have a lot of time for us. They're fucking busy trying to pay bills, right? That's kind of what the Emperor reminds me of. So it's like a good and a bad. You know what I mean? House 5 for your advice, and Meadow of Moments. Bask in the meadow of moments where presence blossoms in the simplicity of now. You have House 5 and then this card. I know that this is easier said than done, but I think that you're needing to have a little bit of fun in your life. Not saying that you're not. I'm not telling you to like take this lighthearted if this person has been screwing you over or something. That's not what I'm saying. But outside of this person, how can you figure out how to enjoy the now? What can you do in your life outside of this connection that brings you joy? How can you create joy and happiness and independence in your own life, external from and aside from this relationship, or just relationships in general? Okay, for some reason it's telling me that. Thank you so much, number 16. Best of luck, of course. Oh, I forgot to pull you one more. Give me some advice. The Chariot, move forward. Keep moving forward. Get control over your situation. Do the thing that scares you. I'm not saying jump off of a building, obviously, right? Do the thing that scares you a little bit. Thank you, number 16. All right. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to my mods. Jesus, I'm really sorry that we had to do a freaking second stream. Love it when that happens. I love all of you. Lori, you are a godsend. Thank you so much. I could not do this without you. I really couldn't. And Kenneth as well. Thank you so much for being here every day. You are awesome. Oh, and thank you. I think green looks good on me too. Definitely a truth Slytherin. By the way, did you know that I was watching The Order of the Phoenix last night, and when Harry Potter was in Sirius Black's house and all of like the family tree was on the wall, Violetta, the name Violetta was on there. I was like, I knew I was a Slytherin. I couldn't believe that. I had to pause it to make sure last night. Anyway, I'm a big loser. I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. No problem, Lori. Okay, no problem. Okay, love you guys. Bye.